What is going on, everyone? It's Matt, aka Roddy Locks, back here again with another video. And I apologize for the lack of a post yesterday. Obviously, it was Easter, so I was spending some time with my family and, just kind of taking the day off there. But we're back here again today. We did have a fantastic, fantastic day yesterday. As you can see here, I post recaps every single day on my X account. And yesterday we went 7-1, up 7.25 units. And in April, we are 32 and 10 and up 21.6 units. So we are absolutely crushing it in April. And I figured I'd start out this video just kind of going over all the plays that I made yesterday. So, first one, this was my play of the day. This was my big 2 unit bet. Blues at Avalanche. We took under 6.5. This was actually a really good play. The line did end up moving to 5.5, like not too much longer after I posted this. So if you guys do have my notifications on Winnable, you would have seen this and gotten that amazing price there. But as you can see here, the under hit in 9 of the Blues' last 11 games on the road. And also, the sharp money was all over this play. 96% of the money and only 64% of the bets were on this under. Ended up taking it. It was a little sweaty, I'm not gonna lie. I think it ended at 5 total goals, if I'm not mistaken, but still cash nonetheless. We've been taking a lot of these like total run bets for the MLB, and we have been going crazy on them. If we can see here, yeah, I'm 19 and 3 on MLB straight bets this season, and then I'm 6 and 0 in the past 2 days. Absolutely crushing it in MLB. Honestly, just crushing it in everything. We took over 8 total runs for the Orioles at the Pirates. This was just another sharp money play. There was a big gap between the public bet percentage and the public money percentage. We took it easy cash. Same thing here with the Dodgers at the Nationals. Well, actually, with the Dodgers at the Nationals, there wasn't a huge gap, but the Dodgers, they've just kind of found their groove on their bats, and they've been hitting everything. So, as you can see here, I said it was just kind of a hunch play. Ended up cashing for us pretty easily. We took the Celtics minus 9.5. This was honestly kind of just a weird line for me. I don't know why the Raptors were kind of, I don't know, they kind of got some clout in this game for some reason. I mean, a minus 9.5 spread for the Celtics against the Raptors is kind of weird to me. So this was just a pretty easy play for me. I mean, I saw it on the sports book and took it. Celtics are obviously a wagon. They're an amazing team, and they did as of yesterday have a little bit of a reason to compete. They were still kind of competing for that number 2 spot. I think they were 2.5 games in front of the Knicks. Now they got it pretty much locked up. But yeah, easy bet right there. Again, MLB total runs took the over for the Braves of the Diamondbacks. I was watching the public money percentage, and there was a gigantic jump within an hour, like an hour before of posting this. And I just took it because there's no way that someone's putting that much money on this game without knowing something that I don't know. So I trust the Sharps and cash for us. Man, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here. So this was my one loss yesterday. I did a NCAA women's and NBA parlay yesterday. It was obviously the women's national championship, if you guys didn't know. And obviously the Celtics money line cashed easily. But man, South Carolina gets freaking boat raced by UCLA. I don't know about you guys. Please tell me your thoughts in the comments. I think I'm done watching women's basketball, man. You know, during the whole Caitlin Clark era, like that was gold standard women's basketball. I mean, you had her just freaking pulling up from anywhere. It was like watching Steph Curry in women's form. Like it was super entertaining. I was watching this game and I'm just like, this is terrible basketball. I don't know the exact stats, but I think during like the third quarter, South Carolina was shooting like 8% from three. I think they shot like in the 20s in terms of field goal percentage. It's just so terrible to watch, man. They roll down the court and brick a shot, and then the other team gets the rebound, and they roll down the court and they brick a shot, and it's just back and forth, back and forth. Obviously, that Betts girl on UCLA is pretty good, but it's pretty much the same thing. Just give it to her down at the post, and she just bullies the defender and shoots a 2 foot layup. It's just like absolutely no sexism involved. It's just terrible basketball. I mean, these are the two best teams in the entire country, and I couldn't even watch the game. I had money. I had a pretty significant amount of money on this game, and I couldn't watch it anymore. It's just it's terrible. Let me know what you guys think about the state of women's basketball right now, because I might be hanging up the cleats on that one until we get another super entertaining player to watch like a Caitlin Clark. I can't do it, man. It's just it's not entertaining. This right here, easiest bet of the day by far. I don't know who the hell made these lines. I don't know if Vegas was sipping the Don Julio or something like that, but they had this total at 139 for an Oklahoma team that scores 85 to 90 points per game. So I'm sitting there like, okay, it's not like West Virginia is going to be some kind of like unforeseen defense that they've never faced in their entire life before. So I'm assuming that Oklahoma is going to be able to score 85 to 90 points. So what? West Virginia has to only score 50 points for me to win this bet. I mean, it was a complete no-brainer. I threw 2 units on this, which I usually don't do. Outside of my play of the day, I usually only do 1 2-unit bet. But this was too easy of a bet to not do that. Yeah, easy ass bet, and we cashed it. We took the Pacers plus 16.5. As you can see here, I wrote up that the Cavs haven't covered a double-digit spread since March 13th, so almost a month since they've done that. And they're 0-6 since then in terms of covering double-digit spreads. Also, the Pacers have been playing with a little bit of juice lately. They've been, for some reason, having a little bit of motivation to like come out there and play some pretty decent basketball. Ends up cashing easily. I think the Cavs are double-digit favorites today as well. I forget who they're playing, but that could be something to look at as well. But we don't have any NBA plays yet, but we'll see. Subscribe to my Winnable, turn the post notifications on, and you'll see what I pick. Now, to get into the picks of the day today, I only have 4 so far because it is obviously only 9 in the morning. I usually do kind of take my picks throughout the day depending on line movement and sharp money and just stuff like that, kind of putting some more research into these bets. But these are kind of the ones that stood out so far. As I've said before in my previous videos, these like Elite 8, Final 4, and obviously the championship game, it's impossible to get an edge on these games. I mean, you're essentially gambling anytime you're putting money on these games. I'm just doing it because I'm watching the game and I'm trying to have a little more fun there. As you can see, I am taking Michigan minus 6.5. After watching Michigan against Arizona, it's a pretty easy bet for me. They look like easily the best team in the country. They look significantly better than UConn, in my opinion. I know Dan Hurley is an amazing coach, but I don't know how he's going to be able to defend against uh, Lendenberg. He's going to be pretty much healthy-ish, or more healthy than he was against Arizona in this game. So he should be out there on the court for a significant amount of time. Mara, as I've said previously, is, I think, the best player on this team. He went out there and dropped like something like 25, 28 points last game. He looked unstoppable. I don't know who on UConn is going to be able to defend against Mara. And yeah, Cadeau obviously is a great point guard. I mean, there's just such a talent gap, in my opinion, in this game. And I really don't see how UConn can keep it closer than 7 points. As I said here, Dan Hurley should be put on trial as a witch if he pulls this off. If UConn wins this game, I mean, give Dan Hurley his flowers, induct him into the Hall of Fame right now, because that would just be some sort of witchcraft. I think Michigan boat races UConn tonight, and which kind of sucks because for the championship game, you would like it to be a pretty entertaining game. But yeah, I think it's going to be a blowout. So we're taking Michigan -6.5. We are only putting half a unit on it because, like I said, it is gambling. Anything can happen here. And then I took 3 MLB plays so far. Again, total run over-unders. These have been cashing at a significant rate for us. And really all I've been doing is kind of just looking at these games, getting my opinion on them, checking out the public bet and the public money, and if there's a significant difference in my way, then I'll take the bet. And it's been cashing at a very high rate for us. Like I said, 6-0 in the past 2 days, doing this exact same strategy. So my initial lean with this was, I'm not, very convinced with San Francisco's offense. I think they're actually pretty bad. I think Painter's a pretty good pitcher. And I also don't think that the Phillies offense is honestly anything to write home about. So we're taking under 8 total runs here. Obviously, you can see here that 46% of the bets, 51% of the bets were on the under, and 91% of the money is on the under. So significant gap there. And also, at 8 p.m. yesterday, 46% of the bets were on the over and only 1% of the money. So sharps are all over this. I'm going to tail them. With the Tigers at the Twins, we are taking under 7.5 total runs at -128. The under has hit in 12 of the Tigers' last 17 games on the road. It's also going to be a cold day. I think it's going to be like 40 degrees, so that usually makes for slower bats. Good pitchers all around, and I don't really trust the bats on either side. Also, there was a significant gap between the public bet and the public money here. 45% of the bets and 75% of the money is on the under. So we're taking the under 7.5. Not really going to look too much into that. And then for the Astros at Rockies, obviously Houston has been just getting so many runs every single game. I think their bats are on fire right now. They've been hitting everything. And we had a significant spread with the public bet and the money. So we had 67% of bets on the over and 98% of the money. Significant gap. Sharps are all over this, and that's just how we make these bets. I mean, it's really not rocket science to me. We've been extremely profitable with it in April, especially in the MLB season. And we're just going to keep doing it until it stops working. And that's how it's going to go. So we are taking over 10.5 total runs at plus money for the Astros and Rockies. And those are my 4 picks for the day so far. Like I said, go ahead and follow me on my X account at Roddy Lock right here to get my free plays. But if you want to see every single play that I make every single day, go ahead and subscribe to me on my Winnable. Both of those will be linked in the description. And also, what's cool about Winnable is anytime I make a play, you'll get a text notification on your phone, so you can go onto your sports books, take that pick immediately, so the line doesn't move. Because usually I am, pretty early on these lines. But that does conclude my video for today. So if you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and let's have a great night tonight. So be kind to someone today, and I will see you all in the next video.